What's up guys, Scotty here from the Blue Coconut family and welcome back to City Skylines. So today we're going to be continuing our look at the new DLC and break down exactly what we can see from the trailer. So in the last one we just looked at the announcement trailer, which didn't give us much detail and we speculated a lot of the details. But today we're going to be looking into the individual parts a little bit more kind of in depth, because quite luckily for us, Paradox is releasing like kind of small little kind of trailers and small little announcement videos as we go along closer to the deadline date of the 26th of this month, showing us the individual parts. So I'm going to break down each of those videos in a separate video for you. So today we're going to be looking at their fishing industry video. So I'm going to be putting up some screenshots of the video which I found, and I'll go over some of the bits which I find useful and hopefully explain a little bit more and speculate on what I think is going to be happening. So they've told us that there's two types of kind of production buildings. There's fishing harbours and there's fish farms. So fish farms are ones you see with the little kind of pods and the nets out the front, sort of floating in the water, so little circle bits. So they produce a steady and constant rate of fish and don't require any routing or you to have boats or anything. They just produce it. They can be placed on lakes and things like that. So that sounds quite cool if you're starting out. I'm guessing that that's going to be kind of like a low tier sort of thing, so quite easy thing to produce. The other one is the fishing harbours. Now they catch fish from large bodies of water, and they do actually require you to draw like the fishing route from the harbour. And there's a couple of screenshots of that, which looks quite cool. And yeah, so they're the ones that you have to draw the boat lines about that. And they've actually specified that you can actually draw those fishing routes outside your borders. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to work. Maybe they're now releasing the camera to go outside of those borders, especially if you're drawing these routes. So that might be quite good for you guys on consoles, where you were unable to go outside the consoles, outside the borders before. But it doesn't really affect anyone on the PC because most people have that mod that allows you to buy up all the tiles. So it doesn't affect us too much. That you can draw the routes outside the borders, but it's quite a cool thing for you guys. They've told us now there's 4 types of fish. So you've got anchovies, which I'm going to completely speculate on this because they haven't touched on where these spawn. But they've given us kind of like heat maps of it. And so I can guess from looking at these heat maps what they've shown us exactly where these spawn up. So anchovies, they look like they spawn up in like coastal waters, so around the edges of coast and the water and like inland water areas, so all up around the coast, and that's quite nice for that. I'm guessing they're going to be fairly cheap, but they haven't released anything of that. They haven't told us anything about that. You've got salmon, but from the screenshots look like it spawns in rivers, which kind of makes sense. Salmon is from rivers. That's quite cool. You've got shellfish, which seems to be the thing that spawns the most, and that's in like inland water and large bodies of water. That's who's spawning. And tuna. Now they haven't really shown much of the tuna except for a small little patch at the top of one of the screenshots in some deep rivers next to the salmon. But I can also assume, because tuna is quite a large fish, that it's going to be out in the ocean, and that's the reason why you're able to go outside of your borders with the routes. So I've noted down that tuna is from deep rivers and oceans. We guess until we know more, and that day where it comes out, that's just a guess, but that's a good estimate, I reckon. So it says that you can, as you build up your fishing industry, you can unlock specific harbours and farms for certain types of fish. So the farm may be more salmon based, so you pick up more salmon and you get a bigger crop from salmon, things like that. But they haven't gone into much detail about that, but they've shown a couple of screenshots of different types, which looks quite nice. And yeah, so that it does look quite nice that you can have like a whole fishing kind of front at the front of your kind of coastal area. Lots of fishing buildings to really pull up like that little kind of fishing kind of vibe of a bustling town, which is quite nice. They've also now told us there are 2 types of selling buildings, kind of like processor buildings as such. So you've got the fish market that sells the fish directly to the public. So it's literally just like a building with some like little shops out the front of it, and your general public comes in and tourists come in and they can buy the fish directly off the front. And that's something which for me in the UK is quite popular. If you ever go to like a fishing town on the coast, you do come across these fish markets where if you don't like the smell of fish, don't go anywhere near them because it stinks. But you go in and there's literally buckets of fish and the catch of the day, and it's awesome to go to. So if you ever do that, absolutely go to one of those. They're brilliant. But yeah, it sounds like exactly what that is just a huge fish market for you to go and get your fish in, and it sells directly to the public, which helps. The other one is a fish factory, and what this does is it processes the fish that are caught in the oceans, it cans them up and sells them directly to your commercial areas, and so it acts as like an industry, like your industry area sort of thing. So from your RCI, it acts as like your industry area. So that's quite nice. It helps boost your commercial areas, but it does all kind of has an overbearing thing in my mind that will this produce too much traffic for our city? Who knows? And yeah, we won't know until it all comes out. So watch this space. That's all they've told us now for the fishing industries. If you're excited for the fish and you know, if you enjoy your fish food and your seafood, give this video a thumbs up. And if you're excited for the video for this DLC when it comes out on the 26th, give it also a thumbs up. Remember, hit that subscribe button and you'll get all the other videos I'm doing in this series. And you can go watch any of my other tutorials and videos and stuff we've got coming out. So hit the subscribe button. And yeah, you guys, you know what to do. I've been Skottyy from Blue Coconut Family. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.